Dabo sprints out, and here come the 2025 Tigers. 2nd and 7, play fake. Bauer Sharp's got his second catch. The ball comes loose. Clemson scoops it up, and taking it back the other way is Ricardo Jones, who recovered the fumble by the tight end. Avion Terrell knocked it loose.
Sees it, okay, get it out quickly, and then boom, Bauer, I think, surprised with that corner. Terrell closing as quickly as he did, and Jones is there to pick it up. So it's the run. Let's see if the knee is down. Well, that ball is starting to come out. So it looks like that's a fumble before the knee touched. He'll probably take a peek at that one.
Hero of the ACC championship game, Nolan Hooser booted a 56-yard walk-off field goal to give the Tigers the ACC crown. This is a chip shot from 42, and he just bangs it. Play fake. Nussmeier chased, and he'll be sacked.
Playing pretty well.
Former Aggie on 3rd down. Pressure is picked up across the middle. TJ Moore's running free, and he's got a big gain in LSU territory to the 41. Sat, the tight end, was in the backfield there as a blocker. Klubnik is scrambling. He's got space. Makes a man miss. Got right around West Weeks. You see the elusiveness, the athletic ability.
Chris, watch the block here and the awareness of the right tackle. Really good job outside. He looks to the inside. He sees Weeks. It allows Cade Klubnik to step away from it. And then that's the dangerous part of number 2. He can take off and make.
Tigers crowding the line. Klubnik's looking to throw it on 4th down. Flips it short across the middle. Catch made. 1st down to Wesco. Flag comes in as he's tackled down inside the 5. LSU believes this may come back. Big play here, 2nd quarter. Handoff. Finds into the end zone. Touchdown Randall on 2nd effort. Refused to be stopped.
Talked about it. It's with. There's the first collision. As the linebackers, LSU thinks they've got him stopped.
They are going to go for it. Pitch to the edge. Catch made. Hilton doesn't get there. Ball knocked loose by Ronan.
A lot of orange jerseys. Here's the ball. Gets knocked out before that knee touches. But regardless, that play was going nowhere.
3rd and 5. Tigers more success on 4th down tonight than 3rd down. Just 1 for 6. Klubnik well protected across the middle, delivers a high throw, and the catch is made for a 1st down by Olsen. Pat Henry. Good tonight, his only attempt from 52. And it's a huge sequence. They come up empty, badly hooked. Pressure comes. Klubnik scrambling, scanning, flips it over the middle, and the catch is made for a 1st down.
Andy, here he is lined up right in the backfield, but watch what he does. He's looking for a blitz pickup, and then he just says, hey, let me help him out. Let me help him out. Gets turned around, and then perfectly in position there between that zone. He's able to throw it in there softly. Good job of keeping it alive by Klubnik, and a nice catch for that first.
Chadwick on the run. Nice boot. Wesco drifting back to the 27. Can he get the corner? He's still dancing around. Now he did step out of bounds, but Clemson's going to be set up at the 43-yard line. Late blitz. Klubnik hit as he throws, but the catch is made. He stood and delivered. He was going to get hammered. Stood in, made the play. Pressure comes again. Ball out quickly, and Brown on the edge. Slipped free. Did he stay in bounds? He did. And Clemson's in business.
Nussmeier, empty set here. 4 targets to his left, looking that way. Throws that way, dials up a deep shot. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway. Michael Richard on a deflected ball in the secondary. And the Bulldogs intercept Garrett Nussmeier on the opening drive.
Formation, they motion a wide receiver out, and you could tell they wanted to hit that streak route going down the sideline. Ball's a little bit underthrown. As that quarterback, you want to throw that ball on the outside of the receiver, so if he doesn't catch it, it just simply goes out of bounds. It cannot be inside.
Scoreless. Nussmeier trying to change that. On a 3rd and 17, throws on the run. He hits Nick Anderson for his second catch of the night, but well short of the sticks. Ramos gets a redo here from 51, and he misses it. With an interception on balls thrown more than 20 yards tonight. Bubble screen. Aaron Anderson just churning those legs forward. LSU's been great on 3rd down tonight. Looking for another 3rd down conversion here. Nussmeier throws. Flags come in, 3 of them in the secondary, as 2 Bulldogs were collapsing on Chris Hilton. Pressure comes. Nussmeier has to take the sack. Great pressure. A loss of 9 on the sack.
Around the right tackle, Weston Davis.
10th play of the Tiger drive. Rolling right. Looking over his options. Nobody open. Nussmeier in trouble. Spun down for the sack. McKee Mason.
Dominic McKinley, maybe one of the greatest athletes on the field.
3rd and 6. Pass caught by Eli Finley, about half a yard shy of the 1st down marker. Play out of the Eagles playbook and go for a tush push against LSU, and they get it.
Here it comes.
Here's pinned back. Baker throws wide open. Busted coverage. And it's a Louisiana Tech touchdown on 3rd and 17. Devin Gandy was wide open. 33-yard touchdown for the Bulldogs.
I think it was Jacob Fields coming off the offense's right side, the defensive back. He came, and there was absolutely no one out there covering Gandy.
Advantage of the speed they have.
Caden Durham starts at running back. They want to throw on 1st down, and it's a backwards pass to Durham, who loses his footing and gets taken down for a loss on the Mississippi Valley State last week. DeAndre Jackson gets a start at tailback, and they go to the slant little screen action. Jalen DiMaggio, the junior from Lafayette. He was here, then he went to Eli Drinkwood's staff, then he got a raise to come back. And they try to stretch the perimeter. It's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Have you ever had frog legs?
No. Change that. Can't. Wanted to go deep. Everybody was covered, and now he has to scramble with it. And Jordan, it goes back to what we talked about earlier. It's Blake Baker.
Not a lot of size, so looking forward to see if they can use that size a little more frequently.
Nussmeier taken down. Offensive line allows Caleb Proctor to come busting through. Cole, what'd you see?
Here just to the right of your screen. Little twist. Going to go outside and inside. Right tackle Weston Davis has to slam down.
Look at that. Everybody back, forcing LSU to take the underneath.
4-man rush. Nussmeier goes back across his body and completes it to Durham, who takes it to the 35.
We just saw you're going to get this, and once again that penetrator Caleb Proctor is going to sneak through the guard and the tackle. I mean, Weston Davis has got to move his feet and come down. You can't let the first guy on a stunt be the penetrator.
Sharp in motion. He's the lead blocker. And great penetration and a stop behind the line by Caleb Proctor. And Cole, Caleb Proctor coming back to Hammond was a bell cow for a bunch of other guys.
First up near $500,000 as we'll see the inside stunt here. Big 95 is going to eat some space. Proctor going to flip right around. Have to have the understanding as an offensive lineman that that's possible.
They fake it to him. Nussmeier pressured and thrown down by Caleb Proctor. Making a name for himself tonight if you didn't already know.
Right through the A gap. He's just got a great get off right now, and Braylon Moore was checking back. The narrative by the media, I think, was a little ahead of his development, and you see some inconsistencies with his footwork. But what you do see is a kid that is incredibly talented, and if we just give him a little time to develop.
I was ready to rock and roll. I was going at it with confidence. Then I looked up, I saw Brady, and stage fright hit me. And I had nowhere to go. And I just mumbled and fumbled my way through a couple of words about when we get down to our second team prayer guy, it really drops off. Like, I look around and say, where's Dumas? We need to get that guy back out here. run the seam route, and that's complete for a first down. And Jordan Williams turns it upfield.
Watch the linebackers here at the second level. Watch this coverage. So you hit the dig or the beater route right behind it. Saw Zach Weeks out there, the true freshman.
Pressure up the middle. They run right at it and opens up a huge hole. Jaden Henry picks up the first down.
This is a thing of beauty. Drop eyes downfield. He's going to turn. I mean, I rep this so many times in high school. You see Zach, or I don't think that was Zach Weeks. That was Singleton coming on a blitz there, just missing. Boy, the under center's a thing of beauty, Tommy. You know how many shotgun snaps I took in high school?
Back to camp and the dump off, and DeAndre Jackson finds the end zone on 3rd and 4.
The lights getting their opportunity now and getting touchdown on the board. Be able to quit your job here as a play-by-play guy.
The first down run.
Speaking of 22, Tom, you had a birthday this last week, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. There's a first down.
Was it 34 this year?
Yeah, we should really focus on the football.
Actually, all the time I come get my haircut in Atlanta.
The guy send you cake? I wish. Little play action. Nifty move. Wow.
This is really tasty.
Yeah. 2nd and goal. Double A gap blitz. They're coming after him, and they sneak it out.
Oh, suplex there.
Yeah. Kendra Prejean. And we have combined for 66 points tonight.
His first SEC road start. He's on target. And a nice catch by Vernell Brown III. They're showing blitz. They bring pressure. Out wide it goes. VB3 as they call him. Wrestled down inside the 45 by Whit Weeks, their outstanding linebacker, the leader of the defense of preseason. A blowout win, but he made all 3 last week against South Florida. Plenty of leg. And that one would have been good from Shreveport. 45-yard field goal. Durham in the pistol, dragged down to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Get him matched up on some linebackers. Here comes a corner blitz. They do swing it out to Jaden Baugh. Outside he goes across midfield with a Florida first down to the Tiger 43. And some key penalties, especially that holding call that brought back the 87-yard Gator touchdown. Nussmeier flushed. Takes off running as the coaches asked him to do. Jaden Baugh, the running back, couple of fakes. Lagway did well to sidestep the rush, and he's on target for a first down to Jamichael Sturdivant. Has not played very much so far this year. He's the running back. Over the middle, good catch on a ball thrown behind him by Aiden Mizell, and he has a first down for Florida. 2 out of 2 on 3rd down on this drive. Lagway from Mizell. Touchdown, Florida. With Tamarcus Cooley on him. A nice catch by Mizell.
Left corner of the end zone, and you just try to drop it in there, and Lagway does so beautifully right here. Look at the ball turn over right over the top of the defender. It's really well covered by Cooley, but a perfect throw and a great catch is going to beat tight coverage every time. And that's the DJ Lagway that we expected coming in to his sophomore season. Great answer from the Gators.
Under a minute to go. Lagway over the middle, caught by Vernell Brown III to the 36-yard line.
Gotta think, as a defensive player, it's so fun to play in.
Lagway, nice fakes and a beautiful decision to keep it. That might have been the design. He got hit hard at the end of the run, but he'll take Caden Durham back in at running back now for LSU. Trying to expand a 10-point lead with 11 minutes to go. Nussmeier flagged down. And he throws an interception. Dejon Johnson picked it off.
Late across the middle. Brian Kelly's got to let him have it. He got the hold up front, obviously, but this is just careless. I mean, what's he doing? You can't make that throw under any circumstance. And they've talked so much off-season-wise. Wow. To Garrett Nussmeier to win the down.
Lagway waving at Baugh, sends it to him on the sideline for a first down. Some improvisation, and it worked.
Him along with so many other new additions in the back end, they are totally different in the secondary.
Caden Durham, the ball carrier. Miles Graham, the stop. On second down, Lagway. First down. Renell Brown, the third.
Now you got to see the tempo. The sides, they got to play with more urgency, Florida does.
Jaden Baugh got the first down. Fought hard to get across the 40. But if Hartrup can run it back, he's dangerous. He is kicking with a light breeze, and it'll land in the back of the end zone. Jawan Johnson is the running back. He goes out into the pass pattern. The throw over the middle is incomplete. Floated through the air where the Rebels were eyeing in interceptions. They haven't had a first down. Trinidad Chambliss to Daquan Wright. There's a first down to the 25-yard line. Ninth catch of the year for Wright, averaging 26 yards per catch prior to that one. Quick pop out wide. Great effort after the catch by Kewan Lacey. Biggs is the running back. He played at LSU. Chambliss on target. Nice hands catch. Winston Watkins, the true freshman, who is emerging rapidly. The 11th play of the drive. Flushed is Chambliss, now running room through the middle, and he slides down with a first down. They'll mark him where he started to slide at the 27-yard line. It's Daquan Wright, the tight end, lined up on the hip of Chambliss, trying to lead the way. He broke some tackles, has a first down. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line here. 10 out of 11. And his only miss was from 51 to Kentucky when he hit the left upright. Down in recent years, he does hot yoga, extremely hot yoga, every day. Nussmeier on 1st and 10. Up for grabs and intercepted. Terrible decision. He threw it into traffic, and it got picked off by Wydett Williams Jr.
Well, second, he locates the football and goes up and gets it. Pete Golding has emphasized over and over and over again this week, the defensive coordinator, they're going to drop to spots more so than they're going to run specific plays because LSU has a ton of tendency to hit the middle of the field.
Well, the penalty to 25 and a first down for Ole Miss. Chambliss, nifty run down near another first down. Looks like they're going to mark him just short.
Stack alignment.
They rush. Nussmeier takes off running, gets taken down from behind by Suntarian Perkins. On Lacey, the running back, tight formation. Chambliss throws into single coverage, and it's caught. Beautiful throw, perfectly timed, and a first down for Deuce Alexander at the LSU 47. That's 23.
And a great job fighting through contact, too. Bill Perkins, it looks like.
Perkins, number 7 on the LSU defense. Clean pocket, good throw. Nifty run after the catch for Deuce Alexander. And a first down for the Rebels at the LSU 32. That's 16 yards. A late blitz from Whitweeks. A wide open receiver is Winston Watkins.
Pass interference, defense number 3.
Watch as he just kind of pulls the receiver out of the way and reels in the interception. A good call by the official. The right hand, the jersey pulling him through. I think it's absolutely the correct call.
And rarely catches the ball. Lacey! Touchdown! 15 yards and Ole Miss has the lead.
Two defensive linemen on the right side, both slant inside. You have Weeks trying to get to the outside, but he can't fill it. They just played their way out of the gap. And sometimes when you have a chaos-causing front with the movement that LSU utilizes, you can leave gaps uncovered. That's exactly what happened there.
Austin Peay and Louisville both in the first half. Pressure, they don't get there. Up for grabs and caught on the far sideline by Deuce Alexander with Woodland in coverage.
Going back to it, the safety on the far side, Halsey, has been lined up near the middle of the field. They have one-on-one all day long against Woodland and Pickett, and they're winning that matchup.
And out of the pistol with Lacey behind Trinidad Chambliss. Wright is wide open. Daquan Wright out of bounds at the 5. 31. Logan Diggs, the running back. He chipped Perkins. Touchdown! Caden Lee.
Meaning there's nobody to cover anyone to the right-hand side. This is just a complete bust defensively from LSU and not something they're used to seeing from Blake Baker's defense.
Gone by in the second half. Nussmeier sack back inside the 30-yard line by Will Eccles, the first sack of the day. Third down, 3 minutes gone by, second half. Chambliss tripped up. Did he get to the first down? It looks like he did. The Ole Miss coaches said they've been calling defenses this season to protect the secondary, and they do rush 3 again. Nussmeier checks it down. Xavion Thomas has a long way to go to get to the marker, and he doesn't get close. 2-yard gain. They lined up Alexander in the backfield that time. Here's the first catch of the day for Caleb Odom, one of their tight ends.
Throughout the afternoon.
They haven't called his name much. Kind of a tentative 4-man rush. And Winston Watkins the catch for a first down. He beat Mansour Delane in coverage. Chambliss running away from West Weeks and throws, and a nice catch on a ball thrown behind him by Daquan Wright. And he's across midfield. Between the hedges, that one win wasn't a national championship game. On third and long, Chambliss, a beautiful throw. And a diving catch by Wallace for the first down. On third down and 14, they got 18. Realized at Penn State. Chambliss, Sharp, Odom, another first down, and they're in field goal range. Leading the way for Kewan Lacey. Kewan Lacey getting pushed and driving himself just shy of the goal line.
Back deep, defending the pass, probably going to adjust to a run here.
Logan Diggs, the running back, straight ahead, touchdown! The former LSU Tiger with a huge score against his former mates.
And the Rebels are feeling it. Upset-minded against these LSU Tigers, right to the top 5. The push, the relentless effort by the entire offense leads to Diggs just a moment ago, punching it in to make it an 11-point game.
Harlem Berry, the running back, out of the pistol. He's dropped for a loss by Cam Franklin. Third and 1. They hand it to him, stutter stepping, and it didn't look like he got it. Without 2 of their starting offensive linemen. Jawan Johnson shifts to the backfield. My goodness. They hand him the ball back at the 8-yard line. Usually they go fast, but they'll go slowly here with the lead. Chambliss, lots of running room, and he slides down. They'll spot it at the 37-yard line with a first down, an 11-yard run. And 67 on the ground for Chambliss. Lacey, almost off to the races. Another touchdown-saving tackle by A.J. Halsey, the senior from Houston, Texas. 17 yards. On 4th and 3, it's right, and he's wide open. He should just go down in bounds, and he does. Great call, Greg, and great call by Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr. 20 yards to put the game away.
Playing up to his potential. If they do, they're still remarkably dangerous, but a lot to clean up on the offensive side.
Lane Kiffin and Brian Kelly know each other well. They faced each other 4 times in this rivalry. They went head-to-head 3 times when Kiffin was at USC and Kelly was at Notre Dame.
And Nussmeier goes under center. That's a rarity. And pressure up front. Dylan Stewart immediately with a tackle for loss. That's negative 4 yards on the first play.
Blake Baker, let's see if they bring pressure or drop off. There's Perkins. He's going to drop off.
Here comes Whit Weeks. They set up a screen. Faison weaves his way through LSU and takes it up to the 40 on a pickup of 13.
Pressure. They're actually going to drop Perkins and bring Weeks right here. So it feels like blitz to the offensive line, but only 4 guys are coming. Actually, they bring Delane late. I didn't even see that on a corner blitz, so it was a blitz from Blake Baker there.
A very dangerous Harold Perkins Jr. from a pressure standpoint tonight. Little misdirection, dump out to the tight end. They love this play, and it's a physical run finish by Brady Hunt.
Easy way to get some positive yards and an easy throw for your quarterback.
Another blitz by LSU. This is Vendramius Jacobs, who has switched to number 4 this week and still keeps up his consistent production. That's a gain of 17. Now he flips the gun, and Johnson gets bottled up, and the ball came loose. See if LSU recovered it. And South Carolina comes rushing out with the football. There is no signal from the officiator now.
Johnson trying to reach out right at the goal line. Gets knocked out by Monkel Goodwine. And look at the down the line. I think this ball is moving right before it crosses the plane.
And with misdirection, he hands it off, and it busts for a big one for Matt Fuller. And Fuller is off to the races. They call him a bowling ball. That is a strike and a dive. 72 yards into the underbelly of that LSU offense. Wonder if that might be injury related. Nick Harbor, All-American track speed, with an opportunity here from the 7. Harbor trying to find the outside and takes it past the 30. Sellers out of the pistol. They're going to try to reverse it off of it, and Brian Rowe Jr.
In coverage all the time, you're not maximizing his skill set.
Sellers pressured, escapes again, and throws on the run. It is a falling catch made by Brian Rowe. Even if it wasn't by design, on 3rd and short. Straight ahead, first down, Faison. Transferred from Utah State, one of his numerous stops.
We haven't seen much better with a healthier Garrett Nussmeier tonight.
3rd and long, Nussmeier slings it over the middle, overthrow his man, and it's picked off by DQ Smith.
To avoid pressure coming from the right, Monkel Goodwine's going to come on a stunt, and that's going to, you see how he threw it, anticipating that pressure to his left side, so he never got through the ball, left it high. That's when you slide your hand underneath that football, because you don't finish the throw, it's going to pop up and go high.
They're like Uncle Rico slinging pizzas?
Yeah, right at Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Carolina's got all 3 timeouts remaining. And a QB run on the draw. And that pile's still moving.
Oh, yeah, been there.
Some room for the Holy Spirit. Sellers steps up. He's going to run for it. He picks up a first down, taking it down to the 41-yard line.
Oh, they bring it.
They brought the house. Sellers escapes left. He can run for it. And he sidesteps his way out of bounds. The ball was knocked free by A.J. Halsey, who, by the way, that allowed Ron Kelly to impart a very conservative offensive game plan. Pressure from the edge. Pyburn picked up, and they run it straight ahead. And a punishing run by Faison, who continues to take it for a first down. A pick up a 10. Sellers fakes it that way, trying to escape to the left on a design QB run, and he steps out of a would-be tackle.
Off the side right here, so he's going to try to throw this bubble. Problem is, I think that's A.J. Halsey who triggers really quickly, read that the whole way, so smart decision by Lenore Sellers to not throw that. Would have been a big negative play, maybe an interception.
Face on again, very patient behind the line of scrimmage, and he finds a gap to pick up 8.5.
Great patience.
Operation good. And that one is good. In motion. Nussmeier slings it, and it is picked up at the goal line. It is Peyton Williams with the takeaway. And the placement of this is going to be key. They say he was out of the end zone. He'll be inside the 1-yard line instead of a touchback.
The edge, but the RPO action is actually supposed to be off this guy. If he triggers, then you throw it. He doesn't. And that's the guy that's going to get the interception. That RPO should be triggered off the third level. You're running to the right. Oh, you see he caught that, yeah, just out, just in the field of play. Looks like. That was a little bit of a selfish decision by Nuss there, trying to squeeze a touchdown in when you could just hand it off. That guy moved actually out of the way of the runner's path.
And they fumbled the exchange to start the game. Sellers rolls right, goes back across the grain, and that's a first down catch. Hunt got leveled by Nick Hart. Here he is again off the right side. Faison is a well-traveled run. Sellers lets it rip, and he finds Nick Harbor. And Harbor takes it down to the 37.
Range.
Sellers looking for Harbor. He's covered and escapes the pocket. Steps for another would-be tackler. Outraces another. And he picks up a first down on a busted play.
Navigates. I mean, how many times tonight have we seen him get contacted in the pocket and somehow skirts out, breaks a tackle, and turns a negative into a positive? Risk averse, trying to take some time off this clock and pick up a couple first downs, unless Dylan Stewart decides to blow up your run in the backfield. 3 and out.
Bakari Swain back to return for Carolina. And taken off a hop. And he's got a seam. Bakari Swain down the sideline. And South Carolina's going to be in fantastic field position. Is green. Caden Durham is the running back. They're going to go QB sneak under center. And Nussmeier stops short. Jalen Kilgore came crashing in.
The first of the half.
Oh, that ball was definitely out. That is
got lucky just to fall on top of it. What do you think about the QB sneak under center for a guy who's got a bad week?
I was just going to say, like, normally I like the call. I don't think enough teams do it on the 1-yard line. But when you got a bum ankle that you're trying to push off of, you've been beat up all.
Sharp and Pyburn in the backfield, leading away for Durham. Got tripped up and taken down. That'll be a loss of 2. Shane Beamer immediately calls a timeout. And the snap was bumbled by Nussmeier.
Power Sharp, and watch the impact here.
South Carolina.
Blew him up.
The second of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute 50 seconds. 1-5-0.
That is a heck of a play. A little trouble with the snap, but watch Dylan Stewart. I mean, that made the play, right? Caden Durham had to bounce outside, nowhere to go.
He and his teammates got tight. They held on too tight. He said, today we have to win the time of possession game. When we possess the ball, we're loose and free. That's when they're at their best, Tess.
Katie Vandy won the toss. They elected to defer. Who has put forth a great effort with the winning ways here. 2nd and 10 for Nussmeier. as he's able to connect with Berrien Brown, the transfer from Kentucky. Tackle made by Longwell.
He's done a great job in the portal. He's done a great job on his staff. Completely different expectations at Vanderbilt now.
Had an interesting conversation with Coach a day ago about it. Here's Richardson on the return. Trey Richardson finds a seam. Would you look at Trey Richardson weaving his way all the way out near the 43-yard line. 2nd and 9, jet motion, play action off of it as they set up the screen. This is Stowers against that LSU defense, Katie, without a star. Bernard Gooden, defensive tackle, also out for LSU. Here's 3rd down and 4. Pavia. It is caught and complete to Cole Spence, the other tight end, and it's a 1st down, Pandy.
This way here, and then the in routes coming right behind it. So that's the 2nd read in the progression. And how about the stretch from a 6'7" tight end? And he
Pavia gets a 4-man rush as he is able to connect with Stowers.
5'10", it's not always easy to see. This makes it a lot easier. Then you've got Stowers outside. Really nice route.
Pavia. This is what he can do, and he's got a lot of green space to do it as Pavia gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line.
10-pounder, he never slides. He puts his body on the line.
It's under further review. Ruling on the field was a touchdown.
And looking at that angle there, Joe, I think he's a bit short of the end zone. I know it was called a touchdown on the field, but it looked as though he got tackled and his knee goes down there, and the ball is definitely short.
I mean, you could hear
of the end zone.
You could hear by my voice as to what I thought from all the way up here. But one of the officials on the far side, Alexander with a good block, and he kept his balance to dive ahead. Let's get back into that conversation about Vanderbilt and what they do. 3rd down and 6. Pavia, pressure off the edge, but he gets to the outside of Harold Perkins, who tries to chase him, and Pavia strides out for a 1st down.
And Woodland coming out here, he's got Perkins coming right here, and Pavia just shows his quicks. He's able to break the contain, and there was no hesitation. Actually outruns Perkins, one of the faster linebackers in all of college football. Pavia showing off that athleticism.
Jesse, we have done so many LSU games during 2nd and 8 from midfield. Pavia sidearms it to Stowers.
Focuses on Stowers. Just a nice job here. You think it's getting spit outside wide? There's a big zone and a big hole for the tight end to sit down in.
5 and 1. Number 17 in the country. Pavia. He's going to run it again.
Now he is screaming right here, coming in, trying to get that handoff, and Pavia just holds on to it and breaks the contain. You've got to cage Diego Pavia. And
bulked him up, gained 40 pounds a year ago, and Gooden is a dynamic defensive tackle they don't have today. 2nd down and 8. Pavia, as he goes with the shallow cross to Spence again inside the 10, looking to high hurdle his way to a 1st and goal over Harold Perkins.
Very last possible second. He's out here blocking against Jack Pyburn, and then he clears it, and he literally does almost hurdle Harold Perkins here. He's 6'7". By the way, Joe, this has been a tight end fest early in this game. Vanderbilt's tight end, Spence and Stowers. Trey'Dez Green, we've already seen with a
Alexander straight ahead is in. 4th down, touchdown, Cedric Alexander.
Locked up with Walter Mathis right in the middle, number 53. He's able to clear up that space for Cedric Alexander. Great effort.
39 seconds in that one timeout for Diego Pavia as he's going to launch it downfield, and he gets it complete to Sherrill.
Great
Junior
job.
Sherrill with the reception. 46-yard attempt for Taylor. Great lift and rotation, and right on through, and well managed in the final seconds by Clark Lee's offense and Diego Pavia. Cedric Alexander, he had a 4th and goal touchdown run himself. Alexander went for 8 yards to open up this second half. And now the jet motion as they do give it to Richardson. And Richardson kept his balance and breaks a tackle for extra yardage. It's a first down.
The defense, but in order for it to work, you got to hand it off sometimes. You got to make sure the defense plays you honest and knows that Richardson, who ran it.
They're down and 2. And that is where they will run with the option and the pitch to Young. And here goes M.K. Young. Chunk play, Doors.
Pyron's going to have to take the QB, which pitches it out here. Watch the key block by Stowers. He's made some good plays here catching the football, but you just got to get a hat on a hat. He's able to occupy the defender. That's A.J. Halsey on the back end. They run to the right side.
That was their fourth 20-plus yard chunk play of the afternoon. 28-yard run as the jet motion here with Richardson as he gets to the outside for a good gain.
That's where his eyes go. Number 7, you got the lead block by the running back. Just needs to get a piece of him to allow the speed.
Alexander. Man. Somehow, some way, he dragged Harold Perkins ahead for a gain.
He shoots this gap with his speed, but you see the tough one-cut running style of Cedric Alexander. Great job getting that first down.
What a matchup we have here in Nashville. Running back and linebacker. Here's the option. Here's Alexander looking for anything as he just lowers the shoulders to the 4-yard line.
And just get a body somewhere. Watch number 2. Pitches it, and now he turns upfield, and he gave a little bit of a shoulder to Harold Perkins. Not much, but...
Pavia to the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Cole Spence. 24-13 right now, Jess.
Whether it's out in the field or down in the goal line, Spence and Stowers making their presence felt. Diego Pavia is feeling it. All the momentum on Vandy's side. LSU has got to answer when we come back.
4 points, they feel like they optimize their possessions and limit LSU's, but you just have the sense this game is taking a very different tone as Cedric Alexander drives ahead.
Going to the strong side over here, they're just collapsing this whole side of LSU's D-line. The bigger bodies, that time lined up on the right side.
Second down, Pavia able to stay. And then he pumps, and then he's going to run it himself, and he tried to leap ahead.
Every time number 2 takes the football, because this guy absolutely will never slide. 5'10", 207 pounds. He's just putting his body on the line. And when you hear coaches talk about how a guy galvanizes a team, when you do stuff like that.
They got stopped and a turnover on downs last time in this spot. It is 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Pavia, 4th and 1. What magic does he have left? Are you kidding me? M.K. Young dashing and dancing and getting a first down.
Look at everybody from LSU going to the right.
It's LSU. Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 36 seconds. 3-3-6.
Jet motion, they fake it. They hand off on the inside with M.K. Young instead, who's tackled by Weeks. 2nd and 4. Pavia. He gets it to Sherrill, and let's see where they mark this. Another first down for Vandy. Pressure off the edge. He steps up, and now he's going to run for the end zone and score. Diego Pavia. Courageous 4th down conversion. But in the end, Pavia just being a gamer. Touchdown run, 10-point lead. Turn it over to Garrett Nussmeier in the Tigers offense. And Nussmeier sacked. Nussmeier is brought down. Zaylen Wood was there.
And he absolutely bull rushed DJ Chester. I mean, you can't do it any better than this right here. Literally just runs right through the backup left tackle of LSU. Had no chance, did Nussmeier. And Katie's been doing a great job all game reporting on and updating us on Tyree Adams. They're starting.
So they try to get it into space right away, and it's a tackle for loss as Johnson was brought down by Mark Davis.
Well, they went empty. Vanderbilt just put 8 guys in the back end, and nobody blocked the outside defender, Mark Davis. Look at that. You got two tight ends out there, two big guys.
Second punt. And he drives this all the way back, and Height returns it. And Height makes the most of it as he makes it all the way over the 40-yard line. 2 timeouts remain for LSU. Of course, we do have the 2-minute timeout as well. As Young finds a seam. M.K. Young anchored down.
Cade McConnell, the quick guard, gets a great down block right here, and then they pull the strong guard, Chase Mitchell, the other way, and that creates the seam. And M.K. Young, stepping in for an injured and banged up Cedric Alexander, hits the Jets, gets into the second level, and a massive explosive play now has Vandy at the 15-yard line.
Pavia, he's going to run straight ahead. Pavia, first down, Vandy.
And it's smart to go down because now the game is over. He understands exactly how much clock is left. You get that first down. Again, LSU gets out of their pass rush lanes. It has killed them over and over in this game.
Hey, Vandy is 6-1 for the first time since 1950. Today was the first time that Vandy was a favorite against a ranked team. And Coach Clark Lee.
Brown are deep for LSU. And the kickoff will sail deep into the end zone. Back in the game on 2nd and 10. 4-man rush, and they got him. Well, 4 guys beat 5, and there is Cassius Howell. There he is again. Look at that stance. 3rd and 19. Nussmeier fading back and scanning and delivers a ball incomplete on the sidelines. Barry and Brown was running, but that pass rush for the Aggies.
Best interior D lineman. He's a big one tonight.
Yeah, he's been out. Good to have him back healthy. Reed from the pocket delivers across the middle, and it's a crossing right to Concepcion, who sprints out of bounds. Got in front of the freshman DJ Pickett, picked up 13.
Marcel Reed.
Ball out quickly, spit to the edge. It's Theo Mellon-Orstrom, the big Swede, and the tight end. First down yardage at the LSU 41. LSU's showing some pressure. Got to hurry here. Play clock at 1. Reed rolling out. And wanted to launch downfield. Just takes off. Marcel Reed racing to the pylon. Makes a cut and dives for the end zone. Touchdown A&M. The electric quarterback strikes early from 41.
Now this is undisciplined eye. Make sure he gets across here at the end, kind of gets tripped, dives clearly across, and a touchdown. And this is the danger, the unpredictability of Marcel.
He was challenging these fans.
Handoff inside. Jamarian Morrow, part of that deep rotation. We'll see 4 or 5 different Aggies carry the football.
7 guys up. Are they all coming? Who's dropping?
6 of them come. Ball out. Reed completes it, and Concepcion slips free. A big gain into LSU territory. They fake it to EJ. Reed again dances free. It's so hard to contain. He's got the speed, but he's also got a lot of wiggle. Now it's Mari Daniels' turn in the backfield. The 4th Aggie tailback to see action. Reed pitches far side. Terry Bussey is a versatile piece. At one point, he was a DB for the Aggies. Played running back last year. Also could play receiver. Tigers back off. Reed tries to make a play in the move. Throws it end zone. Touchdown! KC Concepcion from 15 yards out. And A&M back on top.
One time, and a good job of stepping back to his quarterback to make sure that's a touchdown.
7th touchdown reception for number 7. And the Aggies 2 for 2, 75 yards in 10 plays. 4-man rush. They twisted and they got home, and Cassius Howell has knocked down Nussmeier for a second time tonight. No doubt. Aggies' third possession. They're 2 for 2. And Reed looking for more. It's a low throw. Mario Craver gets involved with his first catch, comes back and grabs it. It's 3rd and 7. Aggies showing pressure and they bring it. Ball is out quickly and the catch is made, but Kyle Parker is drilled right away. Just a 3-yard game. Chappelle showed up. Pressure comes. Reed steps up and launches. One-handed grab by Ashton Bethel-Roman. Still running. Bethel-Roman, the redshirt freshman, gets involved, makes a huge play.
Up and over the defender, but it pays off. Just clears P.J. Woodland. And a 3rd down and 7 conversion, and one of the great catches of the weekend by...
You could see Elko's face, how disappointing that was from the A&M perspective. That penalty, as the PAT, by the way, doinks off the upright, and the lead is still 1. Ramos, very reliable kicker. They got a piece of it, it looked like, to work with. Pressure. Reed got the ball out. Catch made on the end. Craver. Oh, Craver flashing the speed, just brought down.
We've talked about, changed the momentum, and now they get a chance to start the second half and try to get it going with the football.
Bussey from the 1. And Terry Bussey breaks free. Look out. Just tackled. Touchdown saving play made on the far sidelines. Aaron keeps it again. Reed has the edge, makes a cut, takes a big shot inside the 35 from Jack Pyburn. It's in line, guys who are experienced in the program. End around. Craver just able to tackle him at the 11-yard line.
If you want to win in here, you got to finish these red zone opportunities with touchdowns.
From the pocket, Reed scrambling and scoring. Second rushing touchdown for the Aggie quarterback. A&M back on top.
Really let him down. He sees an opening. Nobody accounting for him till it's too late by 7 and White. That's a touchdown.
If his job was to be the spy, it was the worst spy ever.
Yeah, right.
He was, as you said, peeking inside and then retreated into the end zone.
Yeah, and his eye on 3rd down against Elko.
And no surprise, they've been tough all year. Chadwick with a big boot. Concepcion backed up all the way to the 23 and breaks free. Look out. KC Concepcion still running. They're not going to catch him. KC Concepcion. Touchdown, A&M, 79 yards. The return game, a huge part for A&M here in the 3rd quarter. Not going to buzz it. Goes through 3rd and 4 here. Quickly on the edge. Anderson spins free, fights hard. It's going to be tricky to spot.
And they're moving the sticks. That's their
first down.
Le'Veon Moss obviously out. Oh, he stepped right there on KC Concepcion and then went down himself.
Concepcion has the ankle check. Morrow houses it. Aggies pulling away, 24-yard touchdown. And A&M, just like last year, dominating Kelly's team after the break.
You know, sometimes in man-to-man coverage, there's just no coverage. There's nobody out there. You know, I don't know if LSU got confused. You did have another jet motion to affect the eyes, a little eye candy, but he's out there, and linemen have no one to block. Forget about tackling him. The linemen have no one to block until Perkins comes over late. Kuby Williams, the backer.
You know, they're booing, and there's also some chanting we could hear as Concepcion is back in the game, fields the punt again. Look out, KC Concepcion dancing and weaving, still going. They couldn't bring him down, runs out of tackles, and is going to be stopped inside the LSU 35. 13 second half yards for the LSU offense. Daniels, quick burst down to the 15. This is
this game.
Handoff. Daniels around the left side, knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. DJ Pickett knocked him out after a 13-yard gain. And they hand it off to one of them in the backfield. Flag is down. Borkature, the tight end there, took the handoff. And
there are 2 fouls on the defense. Both will be declined. Offside, number 88 defense. Illegal substitution. 12 players in the formation against the defense. Both of those fouls are declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
It's like what else? Remember we talked about unforced errors? You know, the illegal formation, 12 men on the field. They're as good as anybody, in my opinion, the way they're playing right now, that there is in the country.
Nussmeier, he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 30. That's Ryland Kennedy, who backs up Howell, joining the party, and slow to get up. 16-yard loss. Pass underneath. Caught by Johnson. You're right, a lot of teams have been over there high-fiving their fans because the Aggie fans have moved down behind their bench. Nussmeier makes the long throw. Green makes the catch, but he's going to be stopped short. Des Ricks came up, hit him immediately, and the Aggies will take over on downs.
That was just getting it done, showing maturity on the road. This is just
comprehensive. Very, very tough-minded team.
Better and better with Ty Simpson.
Cut back, spinning, and scoring. Jamarian Morrow joins the party with a touchdown for a true freshman.
I mean, you got 5 backs.
Van Buren steps away from the pressure, trying to direct traffic and get somebody open in the end zone, and throws it. And off the juggle, Kyle Parker comes up with it. Touchdown LSU.
Kind of stopped the ball with his left hand. Then he got focused on his feet. It was just a matter of whether or not he had possession. You know, he's really had to come on this year with Aaron Anderson dealing with injury. There's the left hand. Now I watch his eyes go straight down. They make sure I'm in. Possess the ball. Has it.
Now at this point, outnumber LSU fans, if you can believe that. I would say far outnumber them. The Aggies come to Death Valley and pummel LSU to stay perfect on the season. 8-0, first time since 1992. And they've got their sights set on 12-0. They've never made the SEC championship game since joining the league. Big 12 titles were not easy to come by either in their previous conference. They would be strongly favored to get to Atlanta this year. Well, 2 of the heroes for the Aggies.
Ladzier Brooks deepest for kick coverage in its last game against Texas A&M. Part of their undoing in the second half against the Aggies, and Brooks brings it back. Worked on blocking, particularly on double teams in the run game. Simpson sets, fires. Jam Miller, first down. Knocked out of bounds by Devon Keys. Blitz came late. It was picked up. Simpson on target, and the ball is caught by Ryan Williams for a 14-yard gain. 30 yards out on a windless night, and he hooked it. There was pressure coming quickly from his left. You could see it from the camera view, and I think he might have seen it as well. Was coming quickly on the rush. No score. Everything going LSU's way early. See if that missed field goal is deflating. Jeremy Bernard's wide open at the 40. And he's across midfield. A strike thrown. Could have seen it. Blatant miss. Middle screen to the tight end, Bauer sharp. The ball punched out of the end of the run, and Alabama has it at the 24-yard line.
Womack's defense does it again. Look at the punch, just fist right to ball for Nakai Hill-Green. He sees it, it's out, he grabs it, and this Alabama defense, time and time again throughout this season, always stepping up and making a huge play.
Impressive.
Connor Talty. That one is right down the middle. Short passes and screen game. On 2nd and 9, now a deep ball into single coverage. Jump ball, and it's incomplete. John Lee. Things happen are under 15% for the game. You win about 88% of the time. Here's Caleb Edwards, the tight end, rumbling for a first down.
Conversion eventually wear you down, and that's when they expect the running game to really get going in the fourth quarter with the 240-pound back.
You don't have to run the ball well to hold the ball for a long time. Beautiful throw by Simpson. Hit Cuevas in stride down the far sideline. Straight ahead to the goal line. No signal yet. Now a touchdown.
He was fighting the whole way. Does the ball cross the plane? Right there. Looks like both knees were up. Great extension and effort by Hill.
His second rushing. Deep handoff. Barry's in trouble, and he goes down for a loss. LSU 2 out of 5 on 3rd down. Nussmeier under duress, got it off, and Anderson got blasted by the hard-hitting Bray Hubbard. A half hour, exchanged phone numbers, and a great friendship was born. They communicate regularly. Simpson in trouble. Dodge the rush. Jeremy Bernard the catch, and then a missed tackle, and he surrenders at the 23, realizing he wasn't going any deeper. Among offensive coordinators in college football, another blitz, and Jan Miller has a first down. And in fairness, coaching the sophomore team at Washington High School in Sioux Falls, and a career was started. This looks like a double pass. Bernard sends it back to Brooks. Brooks, good run after the catch, and he's down inside the 52 seconds, no timeouts for Alabama. Pyburn applied pressure, deep throw. Brooks runs under it. Lost the ball, but he was down. He got behind P.J. Woodland for a 53-yard gain. Still 7 on the play clock. Simpson, end zone. Ryan Williams. Touchdown. In motion, reset at the left. Play fake to Durham. Nussmeier has some room up the middle, lost his helmet, and a flag thrown by every official. At the left end of the line, motions out a little wider. Nussmeier back in the end zone, incomplete. Deflected by Bray Hubbard. Into the left, 3 over there for Nussmeier. Nussmeier retreating right into the rush. He thought he was heading in the right direction. It was completely wrong into the arm. The first half for Alabama. LSU had given up 5 all season through the first 8 games. There's another throw down the field and a nice catch on a low throw. Nussmeier out. Here's Michael Van Buren. The transfer from Mississippi State after the run fake. Aaron Anderson upended by Red Morgan. Simpson goes under center with an empty backfield. Jeremy Bernard took the handoff as he went in motion. He has the first down. Back. Hilton went in motion. Van Buren taken down. He could not get away from LT Overton. LSU is going to get the ball back in a 1-score game. End over end punt by Blake Dowd. Xavion Thomas let it bounce. And it looks like they're going to mark it at the 1-yard line. Midway through the 4th quarter. Keon Sabb comes on a blitz, and Trades Green was wide open and dropped the ball. He had a first down and more. Perfect play call. Simpson, single coverage, hand fighting. A battle all the way across the boundary. Isaiah Horton and P.J. Woodland, they're still fighting for the ball. And they're ruling that a catch.
And this is really strong hands from Isaiah Horton. Pulls it in right there, so strong all the way through, securing it.
To make it a 2-score game, it is good. Caden Durham in at running back for the Tigers. Another 4-man rush. The ball knocked out of Van Buren's hand as he wound up to throw it. Yanze Pierre knocked it out, and London Simmons has the ball for Alabama. Obviously, they'll be in Atlanta for the SEC title game and in the college football playoff. Texas A&M as they take a knee, and that'll be the last snap of the game. Texas A&M hosts South Carolina next week. They play Samford out of the league, and then they'll have a huge game on Thanksgiving Friday night in Austin against Texas.
It's going to be an unbelievable finish of the season, man. And still, like we saw in the ACC, just when you think it's going to be exactly what you expect, chaos happens. So don't be surprised if here in the next 3 weeks, there's some shakeup at the top of all these conference championship races.
8 straight wins for the Tide, 17 straight home wins, and that is 87 straight wins.
David Basil is just down the hall from us, the Arkansas linebacker that helped name this trophy the Golden Boot 30 years ago. Razorbacks will come out at the 25-yard line. It's going to be great to celebrate this rivalry throughout the game and show you some of those special moments through the years. 4 of the last 5 have been decided by a field goal. It feels like every time Taylon Green is on the field, his team is going through a heartbreaking loss. So Mike Washington does not have Russell to spell him in the backfield. On second down, Green rolls against his body and throws back wide open. There's Jaden Platt for a first down, and Platt gets right up to midfield.
He likes to play in what we call regular personnel, more linebackers than DBs.
Straight ahead, it's Washington, and he's free inside the 25, and he's right near another first down.
This season, they haven't had a single game-opening drive that resulted in a touchdown.
Grant Chadwick's punt is blocked, and it's picked up, and that's a touchdown. Caleb Wooden and Wyatt Simmons were in there, and it's Wooden who scores 15 yards. Arkansas on the board.
A little confusion on the shield, so watch that bottom guy. See Bauer sharp. He just works towards the middle, but you've got 2 rushers to his right, just unaccounted for. Good offense.
On 2nd and 1, it's Hill. That's just his 8th carry of the year, and he'll lose yardage. There's Harold Perkins here against Arkansas this week.
Well, that's a heck of a way to take some of those plays off the board. Didn't get.
And a fresh set of downs inside the 38. Now a little trickeration. It's Sharp who ends up with the ball, gets a block from his quarterback, and a first down.
Opportunity. So you're running what looks to be like, see that counter, you're pulling a couple of offensive linemen from the right side. Get the defense leaning. It's going to be a look.
Straight ahead, it's Washington. And Washington with a burst down to the 20. He's got
to break more tackles, otherwise he'd have more explosive plays. You see that, just the arm.
Green will take off, and Taylon Green's got a touchdown.
We talked about it early on.
Arkansas number 70 is reporting as 41.
They ran it on 3rd and 8 last time.
On 3rd and 4, wide open first down ball into LSU territory goes Raylan Sharp. Sharp has a catch in 39 straight.
Was doing it. It's almost like they bluff blitzed. They check up there on the inside. Devon Keys may have been with some of that pressure getting to him late.
24 yards there. Now Green again has a wide open receiver, and Courtney Crutchfield made that grab.
Carry by the corner underneath. Crutchfield comes up with a big, and you got to start borrowing from the secondary.
Van Buren fakes to Berry, facing pressure, goes down from the backside. Xavier Sori got it.
We mentioned Quincy Rhodes, and that time just a little stutter got him.
That epic Arkansas win against the eventual national champions. It's Green keeping it. Talon gets free. There goes Green. Stays on his feet all the way down to the 30.
Arkansas offense needed that. You get that drive right before half, didn't end the way you wanted. Get your quarterback in the ground game going. Designed QB.
Washington, touchdown.
To get the ground game going. And that first drive, they were able to move it all the way down to the goal line, couldn't punch it in. And Washington, that's a patient run. Set it up, found the hole, slow to, fast through.
Brought to you by Dos Equis. Talon Green facing pressure. Here he goes out the backside. Can he make it? Yes! Wow! How about the acrobatic move by the quarterback there?
Speed on defense. Talon Green's been caught, but not this time. Razorback able to find his way into the end zone based on what we've seen so far.
Talon Green throwing downfield. Good ball into LSU territory. It's a first down to C.J. Brown. Let's toss it to.
Plays with wit on the field. He truly cannot get any closer over Blake Baker's shoulders at all times when this defense is on the sidelines.
On this play, look at Washington bounce it out. It was going to be a tackle for loss. Instead, it's a first down run.
For head coach Tyson Helton, and we are underway on this Saturday night in Death Valley. No return for Western Kentucky. LSU had won the toss but deferred. And they'll run it again, and a huge hole and a beautiful cutback. Marvis Parrish has touched the ball twice and picked up a pair of first downs. That one goes for 17. Redshirt freshman from Jacksonville at quarterback. Pressure coming, and he lets it go wide open. Musa Berry. A little stiff arm for an exclamation point at the end of 17 yards.
Harold Perkins trotting out there late. Again, LSU kind of late getting a line to this tempo.
Four-man rush and complete inside the 20 to Matthew Henry. 36-yard attempt for John Cannon. And he drills it. And the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky, looking for their 9th win of the season, have an early lead on LSU.
But at times can be very effective.
This is an LSU offense which has struggled, and Van Buren nearly got picked off on that play.
Mr. Weeks just basically told me, can't believe we're here. Can't believe this is it. This is our last home game.
His dad played college ball at Georgia with Kirby Smart, Matt Stinchcomb. Devon Brown is the defensive coordinator for the Toppers. A little play action. Intercepted! Great hands and a pickoff for Western Kentucky by Harper Holloman.
Think about him in the read progression, so he loses him. Too bad he drops out of this, so Van Buren turns his back to the defense, turns around, not even accounting for him pre-snap, so he's surprised by him post-snap, and Holloman comes down with it. He was one of my impact players, Tom, so nailed that one.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
That's just one of those times we talked about the good and bad in position, or if they're trying to pick up all of it.
And they'll pick up all of it on the crossing route by Matthew Henry. And they're going no huddle here. And now 2nd and 9. And a hole for him to run in. And Tisdale dances inside the 10. 3rd and 6, 4-man rush. Tisdale avoids it and dumps it off to LaBelle Wright, and he picks up the first down. But that's just a very small byproduct of speeding up games. I think it's been fantastic. Van Buren in trouble, dumps it off, and a quick hit on Harlan Berry from Jalen Western.
Just kind of struggling tonight with where his eyes should go.
Oh, eyes are on the red jerseys They collapse immediately, and Jalen Wester, who lives his life with unmatched enthusiasm, comes in with Jalen Emery. It's a loss of 20. D.C. area, and he was coaching Dana Holgerson's sons. Kick-started a relationship with Holgerson, who was in on the front end of the air.
I like what they're doing here, going 5 wide.
And Van Buren gets bottled up and loses his footing.
See if they find a way to get him the ball.
By the way, I just spotted the dad of the year in that crowd. 3rd down. Van Buren fires back in the end zone. Incomplete. 8-win Western Kentucky, just the 3rd non-conference team to come into the stadium with 8 wins all time. And a strike delivered over the middle and a 1st down to Jarius. Had great success at the Division II level before advancing through his coaching career. Ball came out, scooped up by Western Kentucky. Dylan Flowers is going to take it to the house, and with a minute left, the Hilltoppers are suddenly back in this game with an onside kick away from putting it
of Oklahoma. Toe meets leather, and we're underway. Parker and Brown back deep for the Tigers. They'll have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, they're going to run it to Harlem Berry, who picks up about 3 yards. Gets it out quick, complete to the edge. That's Brown. And Brown is brought down right near the line of scrimmage by Peyton Brown defensively, and it'll be 4th down. A quick 3 and out for that Sooner defense.
Tears with the wind on this drive.
We'll keep an eye on that. They go empty formation. He completes his first pass to Burks. Dion Burks. You talked about Trey'Dez Green, that tall target at 6'7", number 14. Van Buren in the end zone, and it's picked off. They took it right back. Peyton Bowen.
And as Michael Van Buren rolls out, he just mirrors the quarterback, sinks into the end zone, and makes one of the best catches that you will see today. Van Buren rolls out, tries to get it over the hands of Peyton Bowen, and isn't able to do it.
Atier hands it off to his tailback, Torrey Blaylock. With the wind at his back. Chance to return it for Thomas. On the reverse. They set up a reverse. And he's brought down at the 31. That's Berrien Brown. 3rd and 3. And that's batted down at the line of scrimmage by Kip Lewis. Satania in motion across the defense. Over the middle. It's caught out near midfield. Gibson with the grab and the 1st down. Mateer with a clean pocket, delivers a strike. Down to the 32-yard line, caught by Kennett.
That's what I expect this LSU team to do. Go man-to-man and challenge these receivers.
They keep it between the tackles on the ground with Torrey Blaylock powering ahead. First field goal attempt of the season and looking for his 23rd straight since. Like I said, looking for his 23rd straight. Got it.
Let's see if Brent Venables decides to dial it up. A lot of bodies around the line of scrimmage.
Van Buren gets it out. Low, though. Incomplete, intended for Kyle Parker. And in comes the punt unit again for the Tigers. Berry in the backfield. Van Buren hands it off to Harlem Berry, who plows ahead down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal. 1st down and 10 for the Sooners. Satania in motion. Mateer wide open at the 25. Hit Gibson, but
in timely plays down the stretch.
On 1st and 10, Torrey Blaylock breaking one. Still on his feet down to the 40-yard line. An explosive run by Blaylock. Tigers 0 for 5 on 3rd down, and Caden Durham on a rather conservative call that time. Sets up 4th down on the 3-yard gain with 5 minutes to go. Mateer on the out. Battle and caught at the 28-yard line. Good grab by Dion Burks. Legerdemain or prestidigitation here from the offense. They'll just take a simple completion to Satania. They have the wind at their back to start this third quarter. Satania in motion. They keep it on the ground. Nice cutback by Blaylock, who bursts into the open field after the 38. Let's go down to Quint. Who do you like? Do I ask you who you like in that?
In a 5-on-5 locked 2-ring steel cage match, I like the home team.
Always Satania part of the home team. Hangs on to it after taking a hit.
Looked like it was primed to have 5 teams in the college football playoff, but Oklahoma now on the ropes.
Mateer delivers a strike out to the 43-yard line. Catch by Caden Helms.
LSU with a late substitution. Oklahoma's going to catch him with 12 on the field.
We've seen that a couple of times. Mateer complete on the slant. Gibson. And he's finally stopped up at about the 31-yard line. Another first down and a late flag thrown. With good reason. With a potential berth in the college football playoff on the line, Barry stopped up by David Stone. Wonder how you rehabilitate his confidence at this point, if at all. Satania fields it at the 39.
Last week is not related. Who's on first?
Little receiver screen, tunnel screen. Burks on the move. Burks with a burst. Touchdown Sooners. There it is.
It's a nice call set up by the long punt return. Once again, this Oklahoma special teams comes up big after the long punt by LSU.
2nd and 9. On the reverse, ball's loose and recovered as they tried a little trickery on the reverse.
Phenomenal the past couple of weeks, really all season for this Oklahoma defense. He almost picks this ball off, and had he not.
Mateer finds his tight end Kanik again. And a little bit of yards after catch all the way out to the 43.
Like the fact that they're going really up-tempo now.
Mateer, downfield wide open. It's room service. Satania. College football playoff hopes alive.
Neither of these two defenders take Isaiah Satania up the field as he goes scot-free. There is no one within 20 yards of him by the time he catches this football. And I think the tempo of Oklahoma on that drive really bothered LSU defensively. The first play, it looked like they were caught on their heels a little bit on the out route to Jaren Kanik. Obviously has had challenges running the football.
Thomas split wide to the top of your screen. Hilton Jr. in motion. Van Buren rolls left. Completes the pass at the 33 to Durham. Van Buren keeps it and is going to end up about 2 yards short of the first down at the 29. So a manageable 4th and short coming up. Backs line up out of the eye. Play fake. Incomplete. The Sooners will take over on downs.
The Oklahoma defense came up big after one of the interceptions where LSU's inside the 5-yard line. They came up with an interception themselves. And despite the rocky day from John Mateer, when they needed him for a drive, he ended up finding Isaiah Satania getting the ball in the end zone.
They've got a 99% chance to make it to the college football playoff. 17-13 victors today against LSU for their second win in 5 tries against LSU. Let's go downstairs to Quint with Coach.
And on 2nd and 8, Wickman goes over the middle. That's complete to Koziol, and he navigates his way to a first down. That is a big dude, 6'7", 250 trench, the run guy. In fact, Marcel won the job after a great performance against LSU of all teams. And Wigman scrambles for a first down.
I think part of it, Tom, like you mentioned, were the injuries. He didn't have the ability to get to full speed like he does now.
A little toss to Kobe Young in motion. And Young takes it for a first down. And a flag again. 2 years in college football. Wigman, quick throw out to Amari Thomas, trying to win the race to the pylon. And they mark him out just inside the 1. I think the question, Cole, will be, did he break the plane before the foot came down, because he had the presence of mind to extend with the left hand?
And the foot comes down right there. Pylon.
The runner had controlled the ball over the pylon, therefore it is a touchdown.
Third down 3 for LSU. They converted a third down to a touchdown on their last possession. This time, not so much. Durham swallowed up by Carlos Allen and Khalil Afau. And that one tails away from the upright and is no good.
Transfer from Rice, Tom, that's a big deal for people here in the city of Houston.
On 2nd and 7, Wigman drops back. Over the middle, what a move by Amari Thomas after the catch. It's a 13-yard gain.
I see, and Coach Saban saying, he'd had a number before, and so you're always growing, evolving, and trying to figure out your plan. And so there's a lot of things that we would take from things.
In the first game of the season, you said this kid came in, and in scrimmages, he was lights out, but he basically couldn't manage the offense in practice. How do you help get a quarterback's light to go on?
So this guys now is so different than it used to be.
Correct.
That, it's really neat being able to walk them through games the way that we do. I think we have a very unique, really good quarterback system of what we do with the quarterbacks during the game.
Wigman delivers a strike to Amari Thomas in Houston as a point after away from tying this thing. And Mack, the second, is playing that defensive end spot. And Buren crushed on a corner blitz. There's Latrell McCutcheon Sr.
This defense, McCutcheon going to come from all the way over on the right side of your screen. And it's just confusion.
Harlem Berry, freshman running back. And Harlem lost the football. Houston says they got it. Austin Armstrong leading the charge. And the Cougars with a massive takeaway. Sione Fotu.
Full media timeout.
Team best third fumble recovery of the season. Knocked it out.
It's a great look. Watch 24 right there. Bam! Just punch it out. Peanut Tillman punch. Ball's loose. Houston picks it up. Excellent play.
You got Chance Bryant playing at the defensive end position. Here's Caden Durham, and he is stuffed immediately. And Rook Brown. He's got Juwan Johnson, second string quarterback, in the backfield with him. Here comes pressure. Van Buren taken down. Khalil Afau with a third sack of the night for Houston. It ended up just down the road to Houston. Four-man rush. Wigman keeps it in the middle of the field. This is Harvey Broussard, the third, with his first catch of the game.
Big-time head football coach one day soon.
Cougars have one timeout remaining. Back to the middle of the field. Koziel's got a first down to the 45. First and 15 for Connor Wigman. Four-man rush with a spy, and he delivers. Good for a first down to Kobe Young, who hustles out of bounds after a gain of 21. Cougars looking for the first lead of the game. Wigman back of the end zone. Caught! Tanner Koziel, 6'7" sure. We'll let you do it tonight. It's a 7-yard touchdown, and the Cougars have their first lead.
What a throw, what a catch. Tanner Koziel gets a soft cushion from DJ Pickett. Connor Wigman knew the slant was coming, puts it up where only his receiver can get to it. And
Direction we'll be calling the Mineral Area Bowl next year. Third down 7. Wigman leaves the pocket on the run, finds his tight end, Tanner Koziel. And everybody knows Willie Fritz wins games. And here's a huge run, and there goes Dean Connors. And that is a 36-yard gain for Connor.
So a nice adjustment by the back and the tight end.
Now Wigman to throw. Over the middle, Koziel again. That's a gain of 22. Koziel making plays on... Sprints to the perimeter, dumps it back over the middle for the touchdown. Travell Frederick, a 2-yard touchdown catch, his first catch of the season.
Excellent job of hiding Frederick here, as he's going to just kind of squat down right there in the B gap. Nice play action from Wigman. Understands his tight end's going to be open as soon as he gets out of that.
Star tight end Tanner Koziel is off the field with an injury for this 3rd and 5. Wigman fits it into Amari Thomas inside the 30. Gain of 19 and a Houston first down for Connor Wigman. 5 wide. Here's Thomas. Sheds one. Gets a block on the edge. And he's got a first down, it seems. We'll see this. And the chip shot is good.
I just want to hear a beat from you. Come on. I've seen you rap with Shaq. Come on. Give me a little 50 Cent.
Here's Dean Connors instead, and Connors in the club. Takes it up to the 45-yard line.
Turning up that magic stick.
Koziel lined up to the right side. Wigman looking for somebody. There's Koziel. And he picks up the first down for Houston. It's in 50 seconds left in regulation. Wigman backtracking. Got a man over the top to Stacy Sneed. And a Houston first down on a gain of 22.
Fun to watch.
On first down, Dean Connors found some daylight. Found the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. 20-yard sprint for Dean Connors.
Well, tight end Tanner Koziel right there, left side of the offensive line. Excellent seal block. Continues to run the feet. Gets that defender out of the way. Mekhi Muse also got to give a shout out to him before we come across the line of scrimmage. Bam! It's 185 pounds, mixing it up in there at the line of scrimmage.
LSU had won 119 consecutive games, went up by 14 points plus. That may come to an end tonight. Van Buren taken down. Eddie Walls and Carlos Allen. Timeout, LSU after the sack. Jason Nickleby.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. That play is under further review.
But Van Buren able to get the football off. Chris Hilton Jr.
Well, ruled a touchdown on the field, being completed short if it was a bobble. Here's the call from Nickleby.
After review, the receiver's elbow was down with the ball at the 6-inch yard line. It'll be first down and goal for LSU.
Tight ends on the left side. Straight ahead. Van Buren kept it, and he gets taken down by Allen.
We've seen this bowl season begin to go for a lot of guys.
Last chance for the Tigers. Oh, they got a hand on it. Houston recovers. Latrell McCutcheon Sr. The play was there for LSU. The Tigers, not just one, but 2 hands on the football. 2 different players had a shot at it.
It was a great kick. Xavion Thomas going to be right on top of it. Just couldn't get the ball down. And then Kyle Parker, another shot.